welcome to you. My name's Dale and this is Dale's Addiction. Today's video is a bit of a tricky one for me. I was tagged by the lovely Paula from With a Touch of Luxury. I will link her channel in the description box down below, but here she is for reference. And she collaborated with This Is Danny O, a fellow Australian YouTuber, on a tag about the frugal things they do to kind of supplement their luxury addictions. And if you know me and my channel, you'll know that I'll typically develop videos such as more is more and, you know, abundance lifestyles and things like that. And so coming up with a list of my frugal tips for saving money for luxury, well, it wasn't a natural place for me to be, because as I listened to both Paula and Danny's videos, I'm like, I do that, as in the things that they don't do. So hopefully you'll find some new tips here. They might just be small things, but anyway, we shall see. So the first one that I came up with was an obvious one, and that is coupons. So coupon codes, whether they be from fellow YouTubers or whether I just do a quick Google search or use the Klarna app, which I'll put a picture of over here. Coupon codes shopping on those international internet department stores such as Farfetch, My Teresa, Louisa Via Roma, Net-a-Porter. All of those sorts of places will usually have some kind of sale. Sign up, you know, create an email address just for all of the junk mail to go to, because when you are sent discount codes, they're really, really helpful. In fact, I just bought a pair of Roger Vivier shoes that went on sale for 30% off and then an extra 20% off with a code, and can I tell you, I would never have bought them full price, and that's a significant saving, but they still cost me a significant amount of money. Hence why saying it's a frugal tip kind of, you know, it's relative, right? It's relative to me and what I think a saving is, but I saved well over half price, like 70% off these shoes, but they still come in at $1,800. The next thing I do is when I'm shopping high street, so basically most of my clothes are high street that I purchase from, is that if I'm browsing a department store and I find things I like, I'll usually try them on, check the size, I take a picture of the tag, and then I wait patiently. I either put them in my Klarna account or I put them in my wish list on my store shopping app. So say in Australia, if it's Witchery, I go into my account, I grab all of the items in the sizes and I save them to my wish list, and then I wait. And usually it's not very long before there's a 20% off or a spend and save promotion. So I rarely pay full price for things unless it's I need something for an event tonight and that's what I want and I will buy it. But I will rarely pay full price for things from the high street because there's always a sale and they're turning over so regularly. Okay, here's one that'll make you laugh. Recently, I had the opportunity to hire an ironing lady. And I say ironing lady because she was a lady who offered ironing services. Pick up, do the items, and then drop off. Now, back in the day when I used to have an ironing lady, it used to be a charge per basket, per laundry basket of items. Well, ironing ladies have gone and got themselves a union representation and now they charge per item. And I was just like, no, I cannot justify that extra indulgent luxury of having someone iron, you know, 5 shirts for my husband and 3 pairs of pants and whatever dresses that I decide to wear. Nope. I will keep doing that myself. So good on me. The gardening. So one thing I do that's probably not luxurious is I love pottering around in my garden. It's a pretty basic cottage garden, but I really enjoy it. And there's lots of things that need to be done in the garden, like pruning, hedging, mulching. I ordered a load of wood the other day, and I'm the kind of person that organises for it to be delivered, and then I do the stacking, I spread the mulch, I spray the garden, I do the, whippersnipping, the mowing, I organise, for trailers to come and pick up, bits and pieces that I've chopped down. We don't have a gardener, and it does take a lot of time, and it would be a fantastic luxury indulgence, but I think I don't necessarily do it for frugal means. I do it because I actually think it's really healthy to get outside in the sunshine, get a bit of vitamin D, and I also take a lot of enjoyment from the time I spend in the garden too. So it's not a wholeheartedly frugal pursuit in that regard. Another thing that I do is I don't keep things that don't spark joy. So recently Connor came into my closet and helped me kind of weed through my handbag collection and identify things that I wasn't using or that I had duplicates of in terms of purpose. All that, for whatever reason, I've just moved on from. And I do that in all parts of my home. I'm not sentimental at all. My husband is quite sentimental, but for me, I tend to move things on, especially old tech. I clear it out and then I sell it and it's done. So I suppose you could say the proceeds of that can be used to fund luxury. Unlike Paula and Danny, I get my nails done, but I only get my pedicure done I get it done in summertime. In winter I do my own pedicure, so I paint my own nails, my own toenails in winter. Aren't I the little frugal one? My nail technician does not work out of a salon, and so her costs are probably less than going to a nail salon, and the reason I met her is because she used to work in a salon and I followed her. So now she does some work from home and her costs are lower, and therefore her costs to her clients are lower. So for me to get my nails done is significantly less for her to do it than for me to go to a salon. The same with my hair. I prepay a hair package every year. Yes, you go, oh my God, that's a lot of money up front, but it actually works out that I save quite a lot. So if your hairdresser is open to an arrangement like that, then that can also be a way for you to save some money as well. And I get my hair done every 6 weeks. And it'll probably be more so because of my little highlights coming through these days. Speaking of hair, laser hair removal. Not that razors would have cost a lot of money, but they do cost a lot of time, and time is money, right? So one thing that I would give you a hot tip on is if you're considering laser hair removal and it's the money that's kind of putting you off, just do it. I think it took me about 10 to 12 sessions to get the results that I wanted, and now a maintenance session every 3 months. It's amazing. It's amazing. Another thing I do is I purchase all my tech through my business, which means I get to deduct it. It also means that if you purchase as a business, I know through Apple at least, I get a 10% discount. So if I need new phones or, laptops, anything tech, I will usually try and do it through my business account, and I can save some money in that way. And the last tip that I have for you, which is how I save money for luxury, is I prepay for parking. And I've got my good friend Lucinda to thank for this one. We have a lot of really expensive parking in the city centre here in Brisbane, but there's a few hacks. If you normally prepay and book online, you can secure the time slot that you have parked and an hour either side. So you can arrive up to an hour earlier and leave up to an hour later, and those 2 hours are free. And so if you have timed it right and you're organised, you can actually do pretty well with saving on parking. And for someone who, would typically just go, it is what it is, I do follow that hack, and I have saved quite a lot of money on parking. So what are your frugal hacks? Do you have some that you can add to the list below? Make sure you go and check out Paula and Danny's videos, because they have a lot more, let's call them realistic things that you could do that would save you a little bit of money, probably a little bit more money than some of the things that I've mentioned, but hopefully you found it helpful. I will tag a couple of people in the description box below. This is going to be an interesting one, but I will do it anyway, and hopefully they can add to the conversation and save us all a little bit of money for our luxury addictions. If you've liked this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe. I would love to see you back here for my next videos. Long format videos are usually on Wednesdays and Sundays. So until then, ciao.